So today's video is going to be a little bit different because it's about fishing, but it's more fishing adjacent, and it's going to help you guys to make sure that you're getting the information that you need and that it's pertinent to you to actually go catch bass and not be led down some rabbit hole or some rabbit trail that you don't need to follow. And this is a piece of advice that I live by, and it's something that as a social media content creator and doing this full time on the internet that I get a lot of, and that is comments. Now, comments are awesome. I love when you guys comment. I love to interact with you guys. I love to read the messages of your guys' success and to just hear your guys' opinions on certain topics. But then there's this whole other side of comments that I think you need to avoid. And the thing about the comments is the person leaving the comment, you don't know who they are, what they represent, or what kind of level of education or even level of thinking that they have. And so many people get in the comment sections, they read comments, and a couple things can happen. Number one, it breeds negativity. Now for me as a person, I try to find the positivity in everything that I do. And I think that it is pertinent for a human to try to find the positivity in every single day because, number one, life is short, and life is way too short to sit around and just be angry all the time and just to be trolling on the internet. Get outside, go do something. But number two, I think negativity breeds negativity. Cancer breeds cancer, and that's what negativity is. It's a form of cancer that will just inundate itself into not only a culture online, but into your personal self. And the next thing you know, you're viewing the world through a negative lens. And so avoid negative comments on the internet. I know so many of you guys just post your fish pictures, you post things that you have fun doing on the water, a new piece of gear, whatever, and there's always going to be that one dude who has to be a douchebag that's like, that's not a 4-pounder, that's only like a 2, or that's not a cool reel, this is a cool reel. Don't pay attention to those comments. If anything, just delete those comments and go on with your day because those people don't affect your life. They don't affect your well-being. They don't pay your bills, and so they don't affect you. Don't let that negativity get in you and to breed and to grow because then it just breaks your day down, and that's not what you want. And it's definitely something that I don't take part in, and if it happens on this channel, normally I just delete it because I don't want that negativity to breed. The second thing that it can do is it can lead you down a rabbit hole of ideas and thought processes that just aren't right. I cannot tell you how many comment sections that I've been in where people are saying things, and we're going to keep this in the bass fishing realm because this happens across all categories of life, but just bass fishing for the sake of the fact that this is bass fishing tips, of people talking about bass fishing and saying things and commenting things with a ton of certainty when in reality what they're talking about is totally wrong. And whether it's, something about a bass itself, how a bass eats, what a bass eats, the kind of gear that you have to have, quote unquote, to go and fish, or the gear that you shouldn't have, quote unquote, to go out and fish. There's so many just wrong opinions and wrong concepts. I mean, not even opinions, this is fact and fiction. There's so much fiction out there on the internet that I'm afraid, especially with new anglers, that they read comments and they read forums and they read these things and they garner these ideas and they get this false education about what bass fishing is, that then they go out and they just make wrong decisions on the water, which leads to them not catching fish, which leads to discouragement, which then ultimately leads to that negativity that we were just talking about that we don't want to have towards anything in life. And I'm putting this all out there, not saying that I'm the ultimate authority on bass fishing. I'm definitely not. I have over 20 years of experience on the water. I used to be a professional educator, and now I educate you guys online. And all I do is I talk about my experiences. I don't talk about anything that I don't know or that I haven't done. I don't pretend to know things that I don't know. I'm just simply telling you what works for me, fishing 40 hours a week and fishing full time now for 3 years, and how I put fish in the boat and how I have fun. That's all I'm communicating to you guys about. And I mean, other, pro anglers out there, other YouTubers like my buddy Ty Berger, Tyler's Real Fishing, my buddy Ben Nowak, Bailey from Be The Fish. Those are the dudes that I've surrounded myself with because I really trust their opinion. I trust the fact that they know how to catch fish, and I trust the fact that their anecdotal experience and their point of view on fishing obviously catches fish. And so even though it may be different than mine, it's still an opinion you can trust. And so all I'm saying around that vein of thought is keep your mind open. Make sure you guard yourself to just stupid, non-factual ideas. Guard yourself against negativity, because you as an angler, whether you're a dude out there just beating the bank or you're wanting to be the biggest touring pro that ever lived, having that positive mindset and having a critical thinking mind to help you kind of discern what's good, what's bad, what's right, what's wrong is going to help you to catch more fish in the long run. And if you want to watch a video where I kind of talk about mindset, it's actually a podcast that I did. I have a podcast, Alex Red Fishing. Click this podcast that's popping up right here.